Houston, we have a problem. It's the Yankees.
You have to say, who is it?
Yes.
Oh, that's fine.
You know what? That's good. But today is June 24th, and we're recording this a little bit, and I'll tell you guys why we're recording it today and not yesterday, because we went to a suite and old timers day and drunk and all that stuff. And yes, but I'm so excited to talk about this series because this series, it's the potential of what this lineup can be.
Had a little bit of everything.
And let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Look at Davey Garcia. Yo, this guy, man. This guy.
Davey Garcia.
Baby.
Stop.
All right.
Wow.
All right. Welcome to the Pinstripe Strong Podcast, y'all. It's your boy, Joe's McFly, and I'm joined by my co-host,
Christian.
And no batteries getting exhausted today.
They got enough rest.
Yes, it did. But you know what? Yankees, we're actually going to be talking about the Houston series, even though we just finished watching the Toronto against. But this isn't the Toronto series. This isn't episode, what is it, 25? Or whatever. But wow, Holder, what the fuck? Let's just put it out there. I'm not choosing first because you're choosing first, but I think it's safe to say Holder is already the U trash.
Yeah, he definitely
he's already the U trash player of next series, and we're covering this one.
Exactly. Episode 24. This is Joe.
Yes. Oh, actually, yeah. So the next one will be 25. That's what I'm saying.
Nice.
Yeah, that's like a little milestone. But anyway, we'll talk about it when we get there. The Yankees did a great job in this 4-game. First of all, it's really hard to win 4-game series. It's even harder to sweep them, but we were in a position to sweep. And we'll break that down. We'll talk about this. But Chris, what is your overall feeling of this series and coming away from this here, and how do you feel about everything that went on in this series?
I think this was one of the series that the Yankees circled on the calendar because they got swept. They got their asses kicked. And you could easily say, well, the Yankees they weren't fully loaded because of all the injuries and everything like that. So Houston did what they had to do. But I think this is a series the Yankees definitely has circled, and I'm pretty sure it felt really good to take 3 out of 4. They wanted to sweep, I'm sure. We wanted to sweep too, but I know it felt really good. How about you? What do you think? What you got out of the series?
It was good. And you're 4G, right?
Yes, I am. 5G.
5G. All right, yeah, because you're breaking up a bit. All right, so yes, I thought it was a great series. And by the way, the Astros are not at full strength either because they're also missing Correa, and they just got back Altuve, and he still didn't hit the ground running yet, even though that's all he's been doing all series. And they're still coming back from their injuries, right? So we kind of both faced each other while we're not at full strength. So that's pretty interesting. They swept us back in Houston. We beat them 3 out of 4 in our house, and I thought that they were all great games. With
the exception of
with the exception of the last one. Thank you, Hop.
I think Game 3 felt like the playoffs, like a playoff game more than
it did, right? It was crazy. First of all, Saturday night games, I love Saturday. Some people don't because they like the day game aspect of it because you get the rest of the day. I like the night game on the Saturday aspect of it because then you got the whole day to do your stuff, and then you get home and unwind at night watching the game. Or if you go to the game, then it's like that's your date for the night or whatever it is if you're having a date or you're doing whatever. But it's like it felt like the freaking playoffs, 7:00.
It definitely did.
It was a good film, man. And we'll break that down. We'll get into all of that stuff and the nitty gritty and how great each game was. And basically every game was like a freaking series in its own almost, with 162 one-game seasons, right, Chris?
It felt no, it's true. I felt like it because there's so many things happen, whether it's defense, timely hitting.
Oh my god, the defense,
the drama. I mean, it was so many things. Obviously, when people tell me, yeah, I'm not really into baseball. Baseball's not for me, or it's boring.
These are the games.
Like, these are the games that you introduce to those people because it just has everything.
Absolutely. But it was a great series.
It was a great series, but unfortunately, it wasn't without bad news and on the injury bug front.
Do you want to do the injury now, or do you want to do the injury like when we get to it, when it happens at the game one?
We could do that, but I'll give an update on our ace Herman.
Okay.
I want to give an update on that, and obviously we'll talk about the situation with Maven as we're talking about the series. But it appears that Herman is on track to return against the Mets on either July 2nd or 3rd, and he'll make a rehab start in AAA next week. So that's phenomenal.
Nice. I like that.
Yeah, definitely.
And we have following today's game, promptly, the Yankees optioned Jonathan Holder down to AAA. Even though this is next series' news, we're going to talk about that right now. Jonathan Holder was actually optioned down to AAA. Scranton Wilkes-Barre. That is not even far enough. They should probably send them a little bit further down. I feel like I almost got to kind of talk about it a little bit. We'll talk about it just a little bit. All right, Chris?
We'll talk about it. And it's funny because I did say, but, I had to make sure that it was from the Yankees account with the check right next to it.
Yeah, because I wouldn't be getting the alert to my phone.
So I'm very happy. Well, listen, you don't want...
I want him to go down there and work on it and come back.
Exactly.
What happened to Chad Green? What happened to Chad Green?
Exactly. That's what it is. You want them to get better. Obviously, you want Holder to be better because you want different options. You don't want the same guys, the Ottavinos, the Britons, the Chapmans to come out each freaking time, each game. You need your other pitchers to do good as well. So sending him down, getting the Chad Green treatment, if that's going to get him better, then hey, do it. Absolutely. He definitely needs it with a 21 ERA in the past 6 games he's pitched. Just horrible, man. Your thoughts, Joe?
Well, in today, I mean, even in this series, the Yankees had a game where Holder made it a game again. Holder made it a game again because he has the inability to, kind of hold leads, and the Yankees are trying to get him right, but the Major League squad is not a place to get him right. So send him right on down.
Yeah, and there are some Holder disasters that happen in the series. So
way too many.
Yeah, man. So let's get it.
But the Yankees had a winning streak going into this series, and they were at 5, if you remember. And yes. So let's keep it going. And just in the first game, this is everything that I love, and we're gonna break down the series and talk about it and do all that stuff there. But this is the game of the opener, and guys, the opener is our second best starter because Chad Green is starting the game, and Chad Green has been money since coming back from AAA. So hopefully that the same happens for Holder. In all honesty,
exactly.
I know I say all the stuff that's sending them to the moon stuff, but the moon is AAA, and then just have him work on it, and then just come right on back, Apollo.
Yeah, it's not the literal moon, people. Like
somebody talks shit on Twitter, like, oh my god, like, because I went on a rant, and if you haven't checked out my rant, you can check out my rant on my Periscope. You don't have to. You can check out the rant on Periscope, and then you could also go on my Twitter and go look at it or whatever it is. It doesn't matter. But on there, I said, oh, let's send him. I'm so pissed off. I was like, send him to the moon and just also having it explode on impact. Somebody was like, sending him to the moon is okay, but come on, man, exploding? You're taking it too far. I'm like, bro, like sending somebody to the moon is so easy. Like, give me a break. Yeah, how are you taking this shit so literal?
It's a lot of money, man. It's a lot of money, guy.
Yeah. So the Yankees coming into this game 1, it was the opener going up against, I forgot who Houston was sending out there. That Peacock. Peacock.
It was Peacock. He pitched rather well, and that's
starting out.
Annoying.
Starting out, but the Yankees are 5-0 when Chad Green starts the game. And how do we start it? Not only does Chad Green go out there, do his job, and we'll talk about the bullpen, exactly what they did, but Chad Green kind of sets the tone in the first 2 innings, and I just love that about him. I really do.
Yes.
I love what he's been coming up. He's been more aggressive. He's got the life at the top of the zone. I love that shit. Love that shit. That's the Chad Green from 2017, Chris.
It is, and it was actually Valdez. Peacock pitched game.
Okay, Valdez. All right.
Yeah, and I remember now because Valdez started off hot. Like that guy was. Like,
you know what? All of their pitchers kind of started out. Well, you know what? Game 3. All of the pitchers kind of, for the most part, kind of started out pretty hot. But yeah, it was Valdez. You're right about that. Sorry.
Yeah, like and it's somewhat of a theme so far that I feel like the Yankees are like sizing up the pitcher and then like destroy them like the second time around or third time around. And it's like a theme that's been going on. It happened today, and obviously on the next podcast.
Well, this is why we say 27 outs, exactly. And then because this team and this offense and what it is and this gauntlet that it is now. Look, it's crazy today. And, just a reference to Toronto game. Guys are resting and you don't even notice when they're resting. Like you're like, oh shit, somebody's resting. Like you look at me and Jeffrey were watching today's game, the Toronto game, and then we look in the middle of, we're like, oh shit, Judge is not in the lineup.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, like I guess Judge is not in the lineup.
Do you understand to have like an Aaron Judge on the bench? Like that's
you can just rest. You good. And I just can't wait for Dellin to come back so that the bullpen could be that.
Yeah, exactly.
And then that's when the team will be complete. When Dellin comes back, and then also Sevy. So when that comes back, and then get me a starter, and then we'll be okay.
That'll be good. But I felt good coming into game 1 because we're undefeated. When Green Tez, when they basically come up and obviously, like I said, Valdez was shutting us down.
Shit, man, they're showing the Holder interview right now, and I want to so bad.
Just record it. I'm recording it. No, so basically, it felt really good coming in, but Valdez had our number for the first 3 innings, and it wasn't until obviously the 4th inning where things started getting hot with the bats.
Well, in the 4th inning, here comes Gary Sanchez with the homer. His 22nd of the season. Gary Sanchez has been hot.
Sanchez, man.
What? Gary Sanchez has been hot. 1-0 Yankees. Gleyber Torres then follows up in the very same inning, the Pinstripe of the Bronx, with a 3-run bomb. And the Yankees are actually undefeated when both of them homer in a game.
Which is amazing, and it wasn't without a little bit of rain controversy because they were trying to figure out what were they going to do if they were going to play through the rain.
They stopped it. Then Gleyber comes out, hits the 3-run bomb. Yeah, 3-run bomb, and then shit. It's 4-0 Yankees, but the inning's not over. Because DJ LeMahieu. I mean, go DJ. Hey, that's my DJ. Go DJ. 2-run bomb with Maben.
Yeah,
on base, and 2-run. That was a 2-run bomb that he hit actually straight center through the raindrops. It is 6-0 Yankees, and then the tarp comes out, and I'm like, fuck, man, it's not an official game yet. But then they said, oh, the rain delay. They showed the radar or whatever. I don't know how to read any of that shit, but they said it shouldn't be a long rain delay. So I was like, okay. And what I was actually worried about in that game, Chris, was like, fuck, I don't want Nestor Cortez because it was a long inning.
Yep.
And Nestor Cortez is dealing, and I'm like, shit, Nestor Cortez, he pitches so effectively. I don't want to lose him because I don't want to deal with Sessa. I don't want to deal with Holder. I don't want to deal with that shit. I was worried about Nestor Cortez Jr. Were you?
No, that was my main worry. I was hoping that it wasn't that much of a long rain delay, but he was already sitting down for that long, like you said. So to add that is like, oh man, now he's probably lost his, he lost that mojo. So and yeah, he kind of did. He did, because he allowed back-to-back home runs after he came out.
Right. So I mean, yes. So Boom, rain delay over. Let's go. Let's get back out there. And you know what? Fifth inning. And this is, I guess you could call us, you need to shut down inning, and we didn't get it. Whatever. It was a rain delay, and Cortez Jr. gets a pass with me. He has some pocket change.
Yeah, Cortez has some pocket change with me for sure.
He gives up a home run to Jake Marisnick, and then so that's whatever. And then Bregman right behind him, it hits a bomb 6-2 Yankees still. But, you're thinking, shit, man, what the hell? They don't get the shutdown inning because of Cameron Maybin.
That guy was on fire.
I first of all, I love that guy. I love his attitude. I love how clutch he is. Hits a 2-run double down the line and makes it 8-2 Yankees and puts it, give me those 2 runs back. He basically yanked them shits back and said 8-2 Yankees. Then Alvarez, who's been homering. By the way, guys, this is a theme, okay? This is a normal theme that you need to just log into your TV, just turn on MLB Network and get used to. Alvarez, Jordan with a Y. Jordan. Cuban. Alvarez. Hits home run, bro. He smacks it. It's a line. It is now 8-3. I'm like, shit, what's up with this guy? But then Edwin Encarnacion in the bottom of the 7th, bro. Walking the parrot.
Encarnacion.
I feel like I almost got to get the song.
You almost have to. That guy walked the parrot, man. That was a beautiful sight.
He smacked that shit.
And he didn't play today.
That shit. It was a line.
Yeah, he didn't play today. So
shit, he didn't.
Encarnacion on the bench.
I mean, when you could rest those 2 and then still score 10 runs like today. I love this team. I love this team so much.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is. Damn, I was trying to find. Oh, here we go. I see you. Thank you. That is lovely.
That does feel good though.
It does. I can't get into it more. Thank you for bringing it up, man. You brought it up.
It does really feel good.
But at that point, it is 10-3 Yankees, top 8. Reddick singles, RBI doesn't even matter, 10-4, and then Marisnick homers again at 10-5. David Hale, and to me, David Hale was kind of limping to the finish line, and I feel like he also has a little bit more, a little pocket change with me also, because it's like, to me, I feel like he was kind of battling through this and trying to get to the end. And
that man had like 60 pitches, but he was like, yo.
He was like, shit. There was one point where he looked around, he was like, shit. Like he knew he was fucked. Like he was like, oh shit. Like I had nothing.
That nigga he felt like a position player just throwing like like, yo, bro, I can't. Like I said, it's over.
Yeah, there were bloopers falling in. Yeah. Jake Marisnick, like I said, he hit his 2nd homer of the game, and making it 10-5. You're still not thinking whatever, but then Jordan Alvarez hits a double down the line. Cameron Maybin kind of overran that ball, and then he jumped on the. He felt kind of hard on his hip though.
Yeah, he really felt hard.
Yeah, but then that ended up being a double there that scored Altuve. So it is 10-6. Enter Chapman. It's over. Over. But Yankees did a great job on a bullpen day. Undefeated. Now 6-0 on the bullpen day. From Green to Cortez Jr., who got the second W. Canely, Hale, and to Chapman got his 20th save of the season. Great job out of the bullpen today. Yankees win 10-6.
10-6. I like these blowouts, but it be feeling like towards the end, it's like, oh man, like walking a tightrope.
Yeah, because it's like we need somebody that Nestor Cortez Jr. fits that role perfectly because he could just come in and just kind of clean up.
Yeah, he's the cleaner. He's the cleaner.
And then this is why a Herman coming back or even us acquiring a starting pitcher would be great, because once that happens and those guys don't need to do bullpen days anymore, as great as they are in it, right? Oh wow, this reliever usage.
I was looking at it. It was looking really good.
Yeah, I mean, I usually but yeah, I mean, the way that I kind of look at it is like We won't need to put those guys there. Now we could clean up these mop-up games a lot better. Because then those people, you don't need to worry about their usage because of the bullpen. We don't want to blow out the bullpen by the time we get to September and then October baseball. So this game, anything else stood out to you with this game, Chris?
No, with the game, it's just the offense, man. It's just the offense, how everything was just clicking. And how much I know I'm gonna hate Alvarez in the future, now and in the future. Yeah, other than that, you put Jordan with a J. That's funny, but yeah, he definitely was playing like that.
I did, and then I noticed like after I was doing all that shit, is Jordan with the Y.
No, but he's definitely playing like Jordan Game 6. Motherfucker,
yo, he homers in every game.
Game, it just felt like he had a big hit, motherfucker. But wait, with
that guy,
with Hale, I thought they were like. They left him out there because he was going to be sent down or DFA'd because of Judge.
Well, no, because he has no options.
Exactly. DFA.
He just wanted to rest some of the other guys.
But Hale has the history of he basically mops up the BS and goes deep into games and then gets DFA'd. But I guess that wasn't the move.
Well, no, because he's been effective. He's been pretty good here.
He's been very good. He's been very, very good.
Let's do this. Let's get these guys here. But going on to game 2, first of all, you want to start this 4-game series with a win, obviously, because it's like you're playing from behind if you don't. Well, obviously you are, but anyway. So game 2.
This felt good.
This felt good. This was a good game too. This is a really good game also, and it was actually this is the Peacock game. Peacock versus Paxton. So battle of the P's. There's a PP contest.
What did you just say, sir?
Pissing contest. Two men want to measure their manhood and shit. Just a pissing contest. PP.
It's funny. It kind of felt that way because I know. In the middle of the game, Paxton got a little tight.
No,
angry Paxton is the.
I like that.
Yeah, I like angry Paxton for sure. But the story of the game obviously is Judge returning finally.
Yes.
Judge has come back.
And he even though with the bat in the series, he didn't really do much, but just being out there in right field was just such a confidence that you feel because that he plays so well. And I think that this is when we found out. No, game 1 was when we found out. No, in this game it was when
it wasn't this. About Hicks. Yeah, about
Hicks's his throat, his shoulder. It was like sore or something like that.
Yeah, he said he got a cortisone shot, and
next day he said he felt better.
Yeah, he did say that he felt better. But it was definitely concerning because, and I said it in the chat. I'm like, this guy is like, there's always something. Like, there's always something. Right. With this man, so it's definitely scary to hear. You don't want to hear about any more new injuries, but
Yankees wanted to use this game to rest Hicks because of the shoulder and the cortisone shot and all that stuff. So in this game here, Peacock actually looked really great against the Yankees all night. The Yankees did take advantage when they needed to, which is we'll definitely get into that. But game 2, it's like it ended up getting started the same way that game 1 did. Gary Sanchez setting the tone, Chris.
Yeah, definitely. It felt pretty good, obviously, with Sanchez setting the tone here.
Yeah, he did. He hit a 2-run homer. Yes. In that 2-run homer, though, that's when Maben got hurt. And then he was rounding the bases. He said he felt something in his calf. These are his words. Felt something pop.
Yeah,
calf. Yeah. He was limping toward home. He got to home. He gave Gary the saddest hug. You could tell it was a really sad hug. And Gary was looking at him like, "Oh shit, you hurt? What the hell?" They
were saying that he was limping around the base.
So that sucks. Maben has been so great, and then he gets hurt, and then it ended up being a grade 2 calf strain. Get better, Maben. But now the possibilities of him making it to the playoff roster has grown significantly.
Oh yeah, because they could literally just push it.
Yeah, they said it's 6 weeks. They said it's 6 weeks for Maben. Yeah. So that's a while. but it's a calf, so you don't want to, it's a little tricky. So he might make it to September call-ups where we could expand the roster. That shit'll be great.
And it's funny because we joked about that. Like,
imagine just give me to September with Maven.
and listen, man, in baseball, things always work out. It somehow, some way, and obviously the worst of it is him not being able to play, especially how high he's been. But it's just funny how things just work out, Right. And it's funny. Again, we started the scoring in the 4th inning. I'm telling you, it's just like we wait them out, and then we just attack. So
they're getting used to these pitchers, they're trying to see what they're doing or whatever it is, and then they're kind of pouncing on them wherever it is. But it can happen at any time with this lineup.
See, but that's the beauty of it. All it takes is a slap nut hit, into right field, or a walk, or something, just a little dribbler, whatever it is, and then floodgates.
Yeah, that's it. So it's beautiful. So the Yankees are up 2-zip there, and then Jake Marinsnik in the top of the 4th inning gets a RBI double that scores Tyler White, and ends up being 2-1 Yankees. Paxton kind of limits the damage there and then gets out of it. I thought he pitched pretty well there as he doesn't allow another run. Paxton's line on the day.
I got it. You want me to?
Yeah, go ahead.
5 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 earned, 3 walks, 7 Ks. Don't like the walks. No, but the 7 Ks are pretty awesome, and
yeah, but it's good. It's a good a game for him. He was pumped up there in that game, and I do like that.
I do.
After he actually left with runners on base, and then enters Adam automatic.
Adam automatic, man. I wasn't because I didn't really know about Ottavino before. Obviously, I know he was in Colorado, but I
knew about him the last year, his free agent year.
And that's when I started like hearing about him, like when he was in Colorado. Like he was like, oh wow, like he's so seeing him on your team and seeing what he does and his slider is just is an amazing. It's we're spoiled, we're spoiled, but at the same time, if you have the money, if you have the resource like that to solidify the bullpen, why not? And again, it's again, things happens for a reason. Look, Betances was down because do you think that if they would have gone for Ottavino if Betances was healthy?
Betances was healthy when they got him.
No, because he got into the didn't he get surgery in the offseason?
No, he didn't get surgery. Remember, his problem was his shoulder or whatever it is. That in spring, this happened in spring training though.
Oh yeah, it was in spring.
But they signed him already. They signed him already, like with it and with him in thoughts and shit like that. So
okay, so they're already okay.
No,
so
they were setting up for
setting up for
powerhouse
bullpen, yeah, because they knew that their pitching wasn't. I mean, they got Paxton obviously, but they knew their pitching wasn't gonna.
Well, they wanted to kind of stack the deck on the side here, and
exactly, yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's what happened there. But Ottavino, when he came in, he struck out Chirinos, he walked Tyler White, and then he got Josh Reddick to line out and then struck out.
He pitched
Miles Straw. So he did a great job there.
Inning and a third with 2 strikeouts. Yep, 1 walk.
Did pretty good there. But then Gleyber Torres in the bottom of the 7th inning. What did we say about these 2 guys homering in the same game? Yankees are undefeated. Get used to that. Gleyber Torres hits its 18th homer of the season, and it is of the 2-run variety this time around, and it ended up being 4-1 Yankees. And yes, Yankees ended up locking it down. From Ottavino to Keenly to Britton to Chapman. Yankees are actually 12-0 when all of those guys pitch in the same game. That's actually pretty insane.
The Yankees have a couple streaks going on. The homer streak, the Gleyber and Sanchez homer streak, and obviously the bullpen streak as well, and
positive stuff.
And Cortez and Chad Green streak. So I love all of that. But let's talk about the defense, man.
No, the defense was great in this game. There's a couple of defensive plays. Encarnacion actually surprised me at first. He looked really good. He had 2 really good plays back to back, and also sliding catches that converted outs to stop big innings from happening for Paxton. And then also, Gardy had a sliding catch, and Glaber and Didi to Encarnacion. They had an awesome double play where it's like the ground ball was going up the middle, and then Glaber kind of like he didn't even catch it, like put it right into his hand to throw it to Didi. He just kind of swung it with his glove, like just tapped it right to Didi. It was an awesome looking double play.
It's just so smooth, so smooth, man. It's just so smooth.
Yeah, it looks really nice. So that was 4-6-3 double play. So that was good. I love the defense and what they've been doing. Yankees defense last year was atrocious. This year it's so much better. Even though you look at the errors and things like that, it doesn't seem that. But it's so much better this year. And Yankees win this game 4-1. This was a great game.
It was a phenomenal game, 4-1. Paxton got the win. And you know, we said it earlier in the season, man. Having somebody like DJ LeMahieu and also what Gio brings to the table defensively, it was gonna tighten up the overall defense on the team. So it's a beautiful to see.
Yeah, Peacock went 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs, 11 Ks. He struck out 11 Yankees tonight. But yeah, the Yankees actually got to their and you know what? The Houston bullpen is actually pretty good. Especially in Saturday, Przinsky and whoever else was calling the game were sucking these guys hard. I was like, what the hell? It was crazy. Like, yeah, these guys dominant out of the pen, and then smack. It's like, yeah, they ain't faced these guys.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all.
So I mean, getting into game 3 here, this was the Miley versus Tanaka. It is Tanaka time on a Saturday. This is the great game. This is the one that felt like a playoff game.
Yeah, this was my favorite game in the series.
And the name of the game in this game was defense. The Yankees won this game because of okay. Let me go back. They won because of offense. Don't get me wrong, and the pitching. But they kept the game. They were able to keep the Astros at bay because of defense. The defense was so good. It was so crisp. It was. And we'll go over some of the plays, but there was, I mean, from Judge to, I mean, whatever. We'll get into it, right? The way that this game kind of starts out, and people are up in arms. Gary and Glaber are resting, and people are pissed. Well, how are you gonna rest these guys? They're hot as molten lava. What are you doing? We can't rest them. Come on, they got a homer streak going. They're undefeated. What are you doing? Guys, have we not learned nothing from this year? Anybody in the pinstripes can do the fucking job. That's just what it is. That's what taught me. That's why this team is a special freaking team. Because Romine and Gio, who are the direct replacements for the guys that we took out for, end up having a huge impact in this game, and end up being a cog as to why we won the game.
Exactly.
This is how you know it's a special team.
And you know what? I said it on Twitter. I'm like, you know what? I don't understand it, but I trust Boone. So if Boone knows something,
I'm not blaming Boone for shit.
No, I trust Boone. I'm like, you know what? Boone hasn't shown me that he doesn't know what he's doing. He has.
He looks better this year.
Yeah, he looks way better this year. And in the beginning, obviously, he looked a little lost, but he has adapted to the team that he has and everything like that. And it's just, I trust Boone. Whatever it is, I trust.
And you know what? Tanaka actually had a for his standards, right? Because of what he did before against the Rays, he had a kind of like a up and down game, but he had like a bend don't break performance, which is what I appreciate that from Tanaka. When he doesn't have his stuff, he can still give you a chance to win. Unlike the starter for Sunday's game, Tanaka 6 innings pitched, 8 freaking hits. He had traffic on the bases all day long. Only 1 walk, 2 runs, and the obligatory homer. But shit, man, the Yankees gave him a lead. They were able to give him a lead in the 5th inning. It was 0-0. Him and who were they going against? They were going to get Miley. So
it was Miley.
Yeah, so him and Miley, they were going kind of trading zeros back and forth and things like that. It was people on the bases, but the freaking defense was bailing out Tanaka like crazy. Crazy.
It was.
Gio Urshela hits a 2-run homer off of Miley, giving the Yankees a 2-0 lead. In this shit, when it's still a 2-0 game, Giancarlo makes a leaping play in left field where people talk about, oh my God, he's not a left fielder. He kind of sucks. Oh my God, left field is the biggest left field in all of baseball, but whatever. Giancarlo makes a really, really, really good play out there in left field, kind of preserving that 2-0 game.
The ballerina leap.
That's a lot harder than it looks.
It really does. It really is.
Reddick in that same inning hit the 2-run homer off of Tanaka. It is 2-2 now. Stasi.
That was a low pitch that Reddick hit, man. He really went for that.
Yeah, I mean, he did smack that. It just
seems he
like,
really did.
But yeah, Stasi in the 6th inning tries to stretch a single into a double. And the long arm of the law is back out in right field, ladies and gentlemen. He plays that carom perfectly. He knows how to play right field. He knows all of the bounces, all of that shit. He knows, he knows everything about that freaking right field that you need to know.
What I love about
bounce back, all that shit.
What I love about it is that there was no panic.
No panic at all.
He knew exactly what was going to happen. He was like, yo,
people in right field were screaming, he's going. He's like, oh God. He probably looked at the guy like in the first row. He probably looked at him and said, here we go again. Just turn around, wind up in the most effortless, strong, accurate throw you can ever have, that it looks like it took no effort. Like he's just throwing it into the cutoff, man.
Right.
Like Superman threw it. You ever see Superman like throw something like he just kind of flicks his finger and then it's like goes miles? It's like, yo, what the hell? It's like that.
You know what it reminded me? It's funny that you mentioned Superman because I was gonna bring up Flash. When Flash is going really fast and it feels like everything around them is just like mad slow and that's how I feel that Judge is like, just taking my time. He's probably tying his shoes, whatever, and then just a gun to fucking second base.
And Didi with the really nice tag. Don't forget about Didi. Tagged him out there, and the crowd gets so hyped. First of all, when Judge is there, you could tell the crowd is like starts to build up as he's throwing it, and it's getting there, and it's like guns him out. That shit was crazy. Let's go.
Definitely wouldn't happen with Frazier.
We don't need to talk negatives here. This is positive.
No, I have to. It's funny. It was there. It was there.
Yeah,
we love you, Frazier. But yeah, it's definitely good. A phenomenal gold glove play by Judge.
So it's still a 2-2 game in the bottom of the 6th, and Giancarlo comes up, and he, this is after back-to-back walks, DJ and Judge, and also a single by Voit. You got bases loaded here. Giancarlo had a chance in the earlier innings and didn't convert, and people were like upset, whatever. Some other people in other games, remember we were talking about him booing him and shit like that, and even Voit got on people's ass. Like, he was like, yo, come on, man. The guy's only played 5 games. Like, give him some freaking time.
Like, relax.
What the hell? Yeah, relax. Come on. What's good?
All I could think about.
He's an MVP.
Exactly. All I could think about is Boone saying, watch him. He has some pretty good at bats. I'm just saying, he's a good player for a reason.
And that's good. It's like there's no out, and Giancarlo comes through with a clutch 2-run single that burned the shit out of Yuli Gurriel, and it was hit so hard, bro. He was like, oh shit, like he didn't even know what the hell to do. It is 4-2 Yankees. Tanaka's still trying to pitch his ass off and trying to keep it right there, bro. He's battling. Like I said, the 6 innings, 8 hits, 2 runs. Thank you for giving us only 1 K, but he kept battling in there. Just a great job. Great job giving us the opportunity there. 4-2 Yankees. Enter Jonathan Holder.
I wanted to record this podcast after that. Not after the game, after that move, because I'm like, I understand that maybe they weren't they weren't available, or certain pitchers weren't available, but in a 4-2 game,
you gotta think, like, in that situation, it's the 6th inning. You need somebody to bridge that 7th for you. And listen, to me, I can't blame Boone, because if you're on the 25-man roster, you got to do the job. Somebody, you have a job to do. Nobody could just stay on the roster and do nothing. There's not one player on the roster that could just has the luxury to sit down and do nothing. We see how luxurious those 25-man roster spots are. Where we're over here talking about Maben, and we have Thairo Estrada in the freaking minor leagues, and we have all these guys. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that could be up here doing something. There's a job to do if you're on the 25-man roster. There is no dead weight. And Jonathan Holder has a job to do, and that's get it to the 8th inning and get it to, you know, some other relievers that are available on that day. And you know what? I don't blame Boone. I blame Holder. I freaking blame Holder because
Holder has to do the job. And I understand. But putting Holder out there is like me entrusting someone to drop me off at the airport at 5 a.m., me knowing that they always wake up late.
But the thing is that who else are going to put in?
See, but that's on Cashman. That's on Cashman. That's right, like you gotta get somebody who's gonna do the job, because look, and we saw the numbers, we saw the stats. He's not doing the job. Especially, he can't do the job with a 5-run lead, a 6-run lead. Obviously, we saw today he can't do it with a 8-run lead. So it's like, why are you here? You know, and I understand that he's on the 25-man roster right now. So Boone has to, you know, he has to choose him to come in and bridge, like you said, bridge from the 7th to the 8th, hand it over to whoever, Britton and Chapman or whatever. But he's not doing it. And obviously he showed that that he can't.
Well, the thing is that, and it's also this, even Chad Green, when he was sent down, he wasn't sent down after 1 game. He wasn't sent down after 2 games, after 3 games, or 4 games. It was like repeated opportunities, because these people have pocket change from previous years. You know, it's not just we're just gonna just send them down and that's it, or DFA him and that's it. Like, I understand why there's that, because you know what he can do. And Holder last year was pretty good. So
he was okay. Now, we've been saying this, Joe. We've been saying this since the beginning of the season, how Holder's been trash.
Well, of course, but that's the thing. They don't want to just give up on people. I understand he should not have a freaking like a card to just stay up here, like, and just suck. I get that.
He has a long ass leash.
I get it, but you know, when last year, well, what did he do last year? He had a 3.14 ERA last year. You know, that's pretty freaking good for a middle reliever. So you're going to give that guy every opportunity to work stuff out, to try to get through it, you know what I mean? And then hopefully something clicks and gets through it at the end, and that's it. But sometimes some guys can be able to work through things up here. Some people, they can't. So it's like, in this case, today against Toronto, it was a straw that broke the camel's back, and he had to go.
He definitely had to go. And he probably should have gone after this game, because he just basically just lost control, man.
But the thing is that there's only so many people that you could be able to bring back up and things like that. You can't just shuttle everybody around left and right. So there's like background things as to why they can't do things the way that they do it. Because I think that they sent down Nestor Cortez Jr. after
for Judge.
Yes, for Judge.
And then they brought him back up for Maben.
Oh yeah, but when Maben got hurt. Yeah. So I mean, even in this game here, there's only so many people that you could be able to shuttle back and forth. You know what I mean? So it's like, all right, you want to bring in Harvey, you want to bring in, like, there's only so many people. But yes, anyway, send Holder out there, send them to the freaking moon. Get your shit together and then come back up. But yes, we didn't even talk about what the hell Holder did, and we got off on that rant.
No,
Holder went in, gave up 3 hits and a 3-run shot to Yordan Alvarez, who homers every game, every day.
Yeah, it was. And what's more annoying about this is that because that was the trap play. That was the ending of the trap play with Hicks made a phenomenal sliding a catch that looked like it hit the grass and then bounced into the glove. I think it hit the web of the glove, man. I think that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. It was still called an out. So that was by luck, right? That was by luck. So he had 2 outs. So all this other shit happened with 2 outs, you know, and it felt like it happened so fast.
Yeah, he gave up a single to Bregman, a single to Michael Brantley, kind of like how it happened today, and then also a 3-run homer right there to Yordan Alvarez.
Jordan. Yeah, man.
5-4, and we're pissed. We're like, shit, what the hell? But 27 outs. I did tweet out 27 outs. It is early. And again, I am sick of Holder. We could definitely send him.
Six outs left, man.
Exactly. No, it's still early. 27 outs, and we know the offense that we have. And like I said, we might as well just ship him Holder to the freaking Rockets that are in Houston and just freaking send them somewhere else, please. But like I did say, 27 outs. The very next freaking inning, Romine, who is in for Gary Sanchez, homer. So the two people that subbed in for the people that people were pissed off about that were being subbed for, Gary Sanchez and Glaber, homered in this game. And after Romine homer, making it 5-5, it is a tie game. New lease on life. Let's go.
That was beautiful because it felt like
it was for a push, but it was a line drive.
Yeah, I mean, Gio before that struck out. So to have Roman, things just happened so fast because it just looked like he swung, the ball just flew out of here to the short porch, and it's like 5-5. It's like, damn, like we were just pissed the fuck off not so long ago, and then 5 minutes later we're here, cheering and stuff like that. So, it's a resilient team for sure.
It is. I mean, and then in this inning, after that homer, DJ singles because are you surprised? And then Judge reach on a catcher's interference. To Ellsbury. Hello. Thank you. What the hell? Was he like kind of hanging out with Ellsbury down there when he was rehabbing? And then he was like, yeah, this is how you do it. It's my secret to catcher's interference. I don't know why I put that voice.
Why Ellsbury?
I have no idea why I put that voice for Ellsbury.
He's on like that guy from Lord of the Rings. It's like, oh, my
precious. Well, the catcher's interference is precious, bro. Precious. But then Luke Voigt grounded out, making it second and third with now 2 outs. So this is 2 outs and Giancarlo's up.
I was nervous. I was more nervous for him because I'm like, I don't want this guy taking booty.
I was weirdly kind of calm. I was like, because first time, because he's been hitting the shit in the freaking snot out of the ball. And once again, this is like the same identical play. He maxed that shit right to Yuli Gurriel, who once again, he was like, oh, like, I could already imagine this. Time stopped, and he was looking at the ball, and he was like, oh shit, not again. And it's another ground ball that he cannot handle that trickles into the outfield, scores 2. That is, I mean, Giancarlo had a really good game. I think he went 2 for 4, if I'm right. Or
Giancarlo, I'll tell you.
2 for 4 with 4 clutch RB. Each one of those RBIs clutch. Made it 7-5 Yankees. 7-5 Yankees right there. And then the bullpen was like, this shit is over because Holder to Britton ended the game.
Ottavino pitched actually in this game too, man. Ottavino.
Right. And then that's why he kind of wanted to stay away from today. But whatever. I digress. But he was nasty. I think he struck out Altuve. He struck out 2 in the inning, but he struck out Altuve on this beautiful 2-seamer that Altuve just gave up on. Yep. And it was just like,
it was just, that was
like a painter, bro.
It was just nasty.
It was
nasty. I can't wait to see him in the playoffs, man.
Yankees win this game 7-5.
Yeah, Britton made a little shaky towards the end there, but he got out of it. Obviously, Yankees win, and we won the motherfucking series, man.
We won the series. That's what I'm freaking talking about. The Yankees won the series, and if you remember they went through that little lull where they were losing series, and then they split against the Mets. Remember we talked about the split. The split's better than a loss.
Yeah.
And then they split against Chicago, and then they started winning against Tampa Bay, and then off to the winning once again. And we're coming up into the final game now against the Astros. Let's fucking go, bro. I'm so hyped because I'm going to this game. We're in the suites. We're like, let's get this sweep. And then you start to remember a lot of things, right? First of all, it's Old Timers Day, so we'll talk about Old Timers Day in a second because that was an event. I think that made the day for me. That's why probably I wasn't even that upset. But in that game,
helps when you win 3 out of 4. So
it does help when you win 3 out of 4. But I get into this game and then I start to think about all of the things. First of all, the Yankees don't win on these special ceremony days. So like
for some reason,
like they never. Yeah, it's like they never win, right? On these ceremony days. I was there super early, by the way. And I went there with Marvin. Ram came later. Rams McFly, who he wants to join us in the podcast. Before actually for the Toronto series for Wednesday, he wants to join us in the podcast.
Oh, great!
Yeah,
great.
So he wants to do that because he's going to London to go watch the freaking Yankees versus the Red Sox out there. So that's
get out. Ram is going to London.
He's going to London, yeah. So also he's going with Roman.
My boy Roman, nice.
So our boy, so Batista had us in there, and then I was also in there with Brianna. So anyway, I was in there since freaking 10 o'clock in the morning.
You had a long ass day.
I did, but it didn't feel like it. It didn't feel like a long ass day. And then the bartender made me a drink that it was like shit. I tapped out. It was like, you ever see Rocky where he says, "Throw in the damn towel"? Like, that was my body, bro. Throw in the damn towel. It was done. But yeah, it's like a lot of things are going against the Yankees. It is the fourth game of a 3-game set. It is the Houston Astros. It is Justin Verlander. It is J Happ.
I mean, did you sit down before these guys started going in on him? Did you like resettle?
Well, yeah, I remember because I was sitting there because of the old timers game. Yeah, you're right. So, you're right. You know what? Let me talk about the happy moments. The old timers game, bro. This was all about number 42, Mariano Rivera. And I would play Enter Sandman, but I already know this shit's gonna copyright, so I don't even want to do that. But yes, Enter Sandman, they played it. They played it as much as they could. This was so fun. So I didn't think I was gonna have this much fun watching the old timers game. Like just
is Mariano your favorite player?
He is my favorite player. Whoever
Yankee, probably Yankee. I should say
he is my favorite. No, he's my favorite player.
Well, yeah,
yes,
and Yankee as well.
Yes, he's my favorite player. My favorite Yankee of all time. Yeah, right. How about of all time?
All right. How about all? You know what it is, is that we've been I'm saying it again. We've been spoiled with Mariano for like.
Yeah, and you come out. First of all, you're watching everybody warm up. I meet Jim Lyrics on this day, by the way. He's like, "Oh, I'm on the naughty list. That's why I'm not playing in the game." I'm like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Catfish, and it's like, I mean, me and Goose Gossage, we're all in the naughty list, and they don't put us in these things. But
yeah, because Goose went on a rant, but I digress.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah, like okay, all right, calm down, Goose. Go brush your.
But yeah, I met him. I met David Cohn's agent. He's like, "Yo, I know you, man." I'm like, "Hey, what's going on?" I met him. He was cool. I also met World Series champion from the 2009 team, my man Harrison Jr.
Well, I thought he was gonna say Johnny Damon. That would have been great.
I wish I would have been Johnny Damon. I would have. Can I ask you a question? Please?
Do you drive a Volvo?
Do you have a Volvo? So there's an inside joke. I gotta explain it. It's gonna
yeah.
All right, so we got an inside joke with me, Christian, some of my boys from high school, where Johnny Damon was on the Red Sox, and it felt like Johnny Damon would get every fucking ball in center field. He had no arm, guys, but it felt like he would get everything. So Chris said, and Johnny Damon on his Volvo gets that, and it's a sliding catch. It's like he's jumping out of a Volvo, sliding.
It just felt like he was always driving out there. Like he was fast. Like he got everything. I hate that.
It was weird. He's the only guy. I mean, there's guys or whatever. He's the guy that they hit the ball, and you know how they cut to the outfield, and he's already there in the spot where what the hell you got there?
Yo, everything. Like when you think you got a double or whatever, he's always there, man. I mean, I love them obviously on the 2009 team, but hated him on the Red Sox. Man.
Yeah, I mean, he's the only one that Manny Ramirez had to cut off, and
that was hilarious.
He threw the ball. And then Manny Ramirez cut it off, and then threw it to the corner because he had no arm.
At all, no arm. No,
that was funny. But anyway, so back to Old Timers Day, and then we were there in the Old Timers game, and I was watching it, and this is all about Mariano Rivera. I mean, you're watching other people. You're watching Paul O'Neill, and it's funny. They get the first 2 outs in the game, and then Paul O'Neill's about to bat, and he got the mic. He's mic'd up, and Mariano Rivera comes out. He's like, "Oh man, come on!" He's all pissed off.
What you thought about the camera angle? Well, not when you got home, when you saw the camera angle.
No, I mean, I seen all of the things. I'm doing my footage in my phone as I'm doing it, so I did see it. But I'm looking at Mo warm up just to pitch. The guy looks like he can still pitch, bro.
Yeah.
Mariano Rivera, it is confirmed he can still pitch. He started warming up. He's like, all right. It's like, bro, he's like throwing like 90. Easy gas. Like, I'm looking at him like, and his cutter is still moving, Chris. His cutter is still. I guess I'll get it with Mariano Rivera because I feel like if he comes out, if those gates open and Enter Sandman turns on right now, and he runs through those gates, that there's still an intimidation over teams.
Oh yeah,
he is the only person that I felt that other teams felt like, fuck, the game is over.
Yeah.
You know, and people want to talk like the Red Sox fans say, "Oh yeah, well, we got to him." Out of 20 years, like how many years? Like how many times you really got to him, Chief? Like, come on.
Yeah, not many people did.
And it's just he was just up there. He gets Paul O'Neill. Paul O'Neill basically almost broke his bat, and then he grounds out to a double play.
Ow!
I got the. Let me see if I can find the interview for Mariano. It was so funny because we also had another inside joke with Mariano, and I even asked him about this when I met him in person. He always says, "That's what it's all about."
That's
like, like, yo, but how do you feel about the World Series? That's what it's all about. He always
everything is what it's all about.
It's like that's what it's all about. It's like, yo, man. So what do you think about? You finally won. It is you won this game. You won this one game against the Rays. It's like a normal game. Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's all about winning and. What happened there, and I'm trying to see. Let me try to see if I can find this.
It's like Torres. I'm just trying to help my team.
I'm just trying to help my team.
Just trying to help my
team.
Here
we go. I got it. All right. This is Mariano Rivera and Meredith. They were talking about Paul O'Neill and and about the pitch. All right. So he says.
The ball, he's right there on the play, over the play, and he just grounded out to me. We needed that double play, though.
He said that you hurt his hand.
I don't know about that. It's just, I don't know. I just
pull it back.
I want him to hit a home run.
How much fun are you having out there?
I love it. This is when I was playing.
He's about to say
it was the best day for me for the whole season. Just looking forward to see the guys, and it's amazing.
He was about to say it. This is all about.
He's about to freaking say it, and he stopped us though. But it was just funny. So Mariano Rivera, it's a Mo show, goes out there, and then I'm like, damn, so Mo doesn't come out for the next inning to pitch. I'm like, shit, I want to see Mo pitch. Coming to find out, Luis Sojo hits a fly ball to center field, and Mo is there, and he gets it. He glides to it like nothing, and gets it out. It's like, oh shit, he just. Like nothing, just converted that. Like no odd route, nothing. He just kind of converts to it, just real slick. He looks like Bernie Williams in his heyday, kind of thing.
Not your day.
I'm serious. He does. He looks.
No, I saw the play, but
exactly.
Bernie Williams, man.
He did. No, what I'm saying is that Bernie Williams used to glide toward pitching.
Yeah. He just so.
I'm not pitching toward fly balls. So that was crazy. And then he comes up to hit and hits an inside the park home run. Of course, this guy could have ran out after that pitch. Forgot his name. But he could have ran after that pitch, that fly ball a little bit better. But it was a line shot. It wasn't like a little cheapy or whatever.
It was a line drive. It was
a line drive, opposite field, smacked it. All bases, like he just ran, and you could tell he wanted it at the end, and then he's like lifting his hands. Yeah. And then his son, like he's having a blast. Like it's like Mariano never laughed or smiled so much in his life, and that was like one of the greatest. Like it was the World Series. I seen him more serious throughout the World Series, like after he won the World Series.
Yeah, like he like closing any other game. Like it was just whatever.
So I love it.
It was one of his. He always wanted to play like in the real game. He always wanted to play the outfield, but the Yankees are not dumb.
Well, you know what? And Joe Girardi told them because the Yankees already clinched. Like everything was already clinched and shit like that. In his final game, he was like, "Yo, do you wanna go?" Well, the Yankees didn't. I don't think the Yankees beat the playoffs that year. But anyway, it was like, "Yo, do you wanna play center field in Houston?" He was like, "Nah, I'm not gonna disrespect the game like that. I'm good." That's the one that Andy Pettit. I think Andy pitched a complete game in that game.
That year.
Yeah, that year.
That
was a year that that Pettit. I think that Pettit also retired and Mariano did too.
Okay.
So anyway, I may be wrong on that. I don't think I'm wrong on that. I remember Pettit pitching a complete game for his last game, and it was in Houston. So that was that. But yes, getting into the game, Yankees lost this game. Let's get to it. Let's just get to it, right? Yankees lost this game 9-4. Fuck Hap. I don't know what the hell happened there. He's been really bad. That's another guy that's just it's a crew. It's Holder, Sessa, and Hap. And those guys right now are just kind of like holding the team down. Hap, let's just talk about his line, Chris. 4 innings pitched, 11 hits, 8 runs, all of them earned. He wore it.
3 homers.
3 freaking homers. No walks though. That's a positive, but he has a 5.23 ERA on the season.
Yeah, that's
was Verlander.
Yeah, I mean, and that's why I said 3 out of 4 because of Verlander, because we always have a hard time with Justin for he's just good. I mean, even though we touched him up for 3 runs, thank you, DJ. DJ's just on fire, man. He's just a machine, la máquina.
But the Yankees didn't really muster up any too much. I think they only got a total of. Trying to look for the box score here for how many hits. Oh yeah, they only had total 6 hits to Houston's 14. But my problem is that Hap trash never gave the Yankees an opportunity to win. From the first batter, a 1-1 pitch that Altuve, who didn't do really much in the series, hit into the freaking second deck in left field. You know how far that is? A second deck in left field? That's deep, bro. He smacked that shit. And then Verlander's just mowing down Yankees, by the way. It's his lawn.
Yeah, it's just whatever. All right, it's another day.
The offense is still trying to battle. All right, guys, 27 outs, and then here comes Hap. Nope. It's not 27 outs because then he allows Brantley a RBI an RBI single to make it 2-zip, and then you're like, okay, well, all right, well, it's a 2-run game. We're good. We're good. Let's go to the 4th inning, whatever. In the 4th inning, top of the 4th inning, just allows a nice prompt grand slam to Tyler White. Allows a grand slam to make it 6-zip, and then Yordan Alvarez.
Show this guy killing us.
Yes, hits another homer. His 7th to make it 8-zip, and the game is basically theoretically over. Boone comes out and he's like, "All right, man, I just need some mop up, bro. Come on, man, we need anybody. I guess Cecil raised his hand and said, you know what? I'll go out there. I'll give the team the good old college try." And the very first batter hits a home run off of Cecil. It's like, holy shit, you can't make this shit up. It is 9-zip. DJ LeMahieu in the 5th inning. Verlander's like, yo, it's 9-zip. I'm just throwing BBs in there. If you can hit it, whatever. So DJ LeMahieu hits a 3-run homer the opposite way. Verlander kind of shakes that shit off and says, oh, well, let me continue pitching. And he continues pitching. Verlander's line was awesome. 7 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs. Well, all of them DJs. And 2 walks, and he does pretty well there. He's got a 2.67 ERA. Man, that is the trade that keeps giving for them. And then of course they signed him this season. They brought out Davinsky, who shut us down. Davinsky actually gave up a run.
Yeah, he did.
But it was more it was more to for the just to give up outs or whatever it is, because it was trying to remember here. After the DJ, who was it that got the I think it was a RBI ground out by Judge, right? Judge grounded out, RBI ground out, and then that's where we got the 4th run. Whoop the freaking do. Good job, Judge. Good job, Judge. Judge actually went hitless for the series, but I don't care. And I just wanted to have him out there. But the Yankees lose 9-4. Fuck Hap.
Yeah. Now, would you have rather lose the third game, win the fourth?
No. No. I'm happy exactly how everything went and played out. I'm happy for that. Because I'm happy for that. I'm really ecstatic that we went in there. The energy was great for the team, winning 3 straight. The Yankees had won 8 straight. That's actually what snapped their 8-game winning streak at that point in time. And you know what? It's fine. The Yankees came out. You're going to lose sometime. You might as well lose to Verlander, and let's get on our winning ways once again. But Chris, who is your pinstripe?
No, you go first. It's home.
Oh, yes, we are home for the pinstripe performer of the series.
Pinstripe strong performer of the series is.
This was tough.
I'm sorry, go.
This is tough for me.
What I was gonna say, we should do the Pinstripe strong army, have them pick who's their pinstripe performer as well.
I don't know how we would do that. Well, we'll talk about that. See how
we'll talk about that.
I'm gonna go with.
It's tough.
Shit. I'm gonna go with Giancarlo Stanton, and this is his debut. This is Giancarlo Stanton's debut into the Pinstripe Strong Performer of the series. I knew that you could go with DJ. And I'll tell you why. I know you could go with DJ, who statistically had a better series, batting average wise, and RBI and all that stuff. But Giancarlo did go 5 for 13 with 4 RBIs, and those 4 RBIs were huge and actually won a game for the Yankees. Without that, the Yankees cannot win that game. DJ LeMahieu, while there's nothing wrong, there's no such thing as garbage runs, right? But the 3-run homer against Justin Verlander, it was, those are 3 RBIs there. I don't take anything away from him, but it was a hard decision for me. But I'm going to go with Giancarlo Stanton because him getting going is very important. And I think that him getting his at-bats and doing all of that stuff. So Pinstripe Strong Performer is going to Giancarlo Stanton on behalf of Joe's McFly. Who are you giving it to, Chris?
That was great. That was actually my I was going to go with Stanton because of that. But I'm going to go with Sanchez.
Wow, you skipped DJ.
I'm going to go with Sanchez. You know what? I was going DJ, but then it's true that those 3 RBIs came in like trash time.
But still okay.
No, I love DJ for sure, but I feel like I give it to DJ every single time.
All right, okay.
No, but I want to go with Sanchez. I just feel like Sanchez, he's just he's having a phenomenal season, showing everybody that who he is. You know what I mean? Because people forgot 5 for 13, 3 RBIs, 2 home runs. Phenomenal plays, throwing guys out. He's just been amazing all around.
Yeah.
Sanchez is my Pinstripe Strong Performer of the series, and obviously some honorable mentions will be DJ and Gleyber Torres.
Well, Gary did go. He went 5 for 13 with 3 RBIs, 2 homers in 2 separate games, and set the tone in both games that he homered in.
Yes, he did.
I got that. I got that angle. Gleyber, who's an honorable mention, went 3 for 11 with 5 RBI.
2 home runs.
2 home runs. So that's also a guy. And then DJ, of course, 5 for 10. When you bet 500, you got to be up there. I'm surprised that he did not get one from you, Chris. But he had 2 walks and 5 RBI and 2 home runs. So that's pretty good. But DJ's the man. He gets it all the time. He has a whole closet full of these. So
yeah, this is like whatever. So he'll be okay not getting one this week, but it looks like he's gonna get one for this series coming up because he was great today.
Yeah.
But what comes next after the Pinstripe Strong Performer?
Yeah, it's gonna be the you
trash.
You trash, son.
So,
man, Chris, I think you're gonna play the song. All right, well,
no, because I want to play. I want to make it official. I think we found a good song, a nice song, the nice trash jingle. You know what?
Fine. Do it.
I'm gonna give it a hat, B.
All right.
I gotta give it a hat.
Well, that was obvious. I gave it.
Yeah, that was very obvious. Yeah, I gotta give it a hat. Listen, you're going backwards, B. Like, like what's 11 hits, 8 earned runs, allowing 3 home runs with an ERA of 5.23. It's not a winning combination, my guy. So, yes, we won 3 games, and he actually said, and maybe he wasn't pointing fingers. I mean, you tell me, and it's not verbatim, obviously, but he says something along the lines of, I was going against what I normally do. I was looking at, all these stats and whatever it was. Yep. I was going away from what I was doing for what I normally do. So, this happened. So I'm gonna stick to what I know and what I do. So, I mean, I don't know. You could take it for what it is. Was he pointing fingers? Was he making excuses? I don't know. But I hope that whatever he thinks he knows what he's doing, or that he knows what to do, that he gets back to it and become the Hap from last year. Where is that guy? Where's Hap from from last season? So we need that guy back, and because this is not going to work. Three home runs, eight earned runs is not going to work, especially when we're on the road to the playoffs and obviously the World Series.
No excuses for Hap. No excuses
at all.
There's nothing for that. And
you trash.
You trash, son.
No, I just imagine like walking down the street and a homeless guy, like, yo, you got $1? Nah, and then you keep walking, and then he yells, "You trash!" Like, it's just funny. It's hilarious.
See, I want to give it to Holder. Really bad. He was like really bad. Because of today too. So I feel like I'm almost like blaming him for today, and that's not right.
Yeah, it really is not.
Holder did have a blown save in the Tanaka game 3, where he gave up the 3 hits with the 3 earned runs, and that made it basically gave up the lead there for the Yankees. But
this is what I hate about the scoring, because he got the win.
He did. He got the freaking win. Whatever. Oh my God. I don't want to give it to. I want to give it to Holder, but all right, whatever. I'm gonna give it to Didi. He's been great defensively, but this series he was 2 for 16. 125 batting average. That's not good. I kind of need Didi to hit here. And he'll get into a hot streak. He'll get into a hot streak for sure. And you know what? I'm not giving it to Holder now because Holder has he already has next week's, and he's not even playing the last 2 games. Okay, he has Christian's. We're still home, so Christian already gave him the award next week for sure. He has that.
Yeah, it's over. It's ready.
Like, it's not even, bro. When you got a +20 ERA, like in the last 6 games, you're getting that award hands down. You're probably going to get retro awards for that. But for now, for this series, I'll give it to Didi a 2 for 16. Even though the offense wasn't really a problem in this series,
he was a problem.
Offensively, but Didi is the type of guy that once he gets hot, he's going to get going really good. So
yeah, he's definitely going to get hot.
This is more like a push in the ass. Like, all right, come on, let's go.
Yeah, Hicks got it a couple of times, and look, 3-run blast today.
Yeah, 3-run blast today. So, but we're not going to talk about that, even though we've been talking about that the whole podcast. We'll get into that in the next series. You got to tune in for episode 25, the little milestone, the mini milestone.
Milestone.
Episode 25 coming up next, man. But
dude, who you think is more deserving? Tanaka with the complete game shutout, more deserving for the Pinstripe Strong Performer of the series, or
what are you talking about?
Like who's no, like when we remember when Tanaka pitched a complete game shutout.
Oh, the most?
Yeah, who's the most deserving of the award? Pinstripe Strong Performer of the series, Tanaka, or
I don't know.
Hap, you trash. Like, who's the more deserving?
It's probably Holder, you trash. So, yeah, I don't know. But anyway, that's a conversation for another day, guys. But guys, if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys rate and review the podcast. Forgot to mention it in the beginning. Follow me at Joe's McFly. Follow, on all social media platforms, and also follow my YouTube channel at Joe's McFly. Like, comment, and subscribe on the videos. There's going to be a lot more content coming out pretty soon. Just have some planning with Ram.
And also the Pinstripe Strong Twitter and
Instagram page at Pinstripe Strong. And also follow Chris at
Chris McFly 28.
And that's it. And if you guys, like I said, make sure you guys rate and review the podcast, as it does help. We're gonna have more stuff coming out, and man, it's good to keep winning. And I'm glad that we won this series. And Yankees won today. Spoiler alert for episode 25. But let's go ahead and win that series, man.
Definitely.
But, like I always say, guys, make sure you do keep your pinstripes on, keep them strong, and let's go Yankees. Tell them Noah. 1 hour 15 minutes, Chris.
We beat it.
1 hour 15 minutes, bro. The Old Timers Day, you got to mention that. It's like a 5-game series.
You did?
No, I know, but I'm saying it's like a 5-game series. It was like that. Let me say what up to everybody. And what's up, girls? Rams going to London, but Joe's can't make the trip. Yeah, sucks. What's up, Metro? What's up, Want Bag? Zato's in here. Wow, you guys are talking the whole time, huh? You guys are all talking the whole damn time.
Mm-hmm.
There was an Astros fan in here talking shit.
Oh, that's cool. What's up, everybody?
Yeah. Good. Take your L's. Take your L's, boom. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna hop off right now. Yes, Swamp Bag. Mariano Rivera was awesome. Huge part of the childhood growing up. You're right about that. And shit, man.
That's all I knew.
I was trying to take a look through everything here, trying to see if I could see what you guys are talking about, arguing about here.
What was the name of that closer that had the untucked thing?
Oh, that was Rafael Soriano.
Soriano, man.
Yes, DC's Yankeeography is on right now.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
I recorded it.
Could we do half for
Am I streaming tomorrow or Wednesday? I'll probably stream tomorrow's game. Who's pitching tomorrow for the Yankees? The bullpen.
Yeah, it's the bullpen.
Yeah, it's Richard, who has a 7 ERA against.
Clayton Richard. Didn't he beat us last time?
I don't quite remember, but it looks like he hasn't gotten better since. He has not gotten better since. So yeah, TBD. And then to close out the series, we have Paxton against Thornton. Paxton.
Thornton.
Freaking Red Sox won today, man. All right, guys. Thank you guys for joining. As always, I do appreciate you guys. Keep your pinstripes on, keep it strong. All right, y'all. See you later.
Peace, guys.
Alligator. In a while.
What?
Crocodile. All right, sorry, guys.
What are you
so
weird, so inappropriate. It's so inappropriate.
Late night with the pinstripes out. Gotta go.